Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Y&R spoilers, Victoria's future, life after Cole Howard. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Victoria Newman, Amelia Hindley, is currently grieving Cole Howard, J. Eddie Peck. What is this? However, she will eventually have to find a way to move on without him. What could the brunette's life be like after she finishes the grieving process? Keep reading and let's talk about some possibilities. Nate Hastings romance. The first possibility is Victoria and Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, rekindle their former romance. While everyone was in Nice, Victoria and Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, had to get through their grief without their family. Claire ended up leaning on Holden Novak, Nathan Owens. Meanwhile, Victoria Newman, Amelia Hindley, opened up to Nate. It was actually a really nice moment between these friends. Nate was really kind to Claire too. So, she could use that to tell Nate about Audra Charles's, Zuleika Silver, backfired seduction of Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, in Nice. That would break them up, and allow Nate and Victoria to reunite. I think they have both learned a lot since their last romance, and this time, it could last. Claire Grace Newman's mental health. The Young and the Restless spoilers revealed that Victoria's next storyline could center around Claire's mental health. Victor Newman, Eric Braden, has pushed Claire over the edge. It happened on Cole's memorial. If that weren't enough, Kyle told Claire about Victor hiring Audra to seduce him. All of this together could be too much for Claire. Victoria might panic over her daughter's mental health. Going even further, could Claire totally snap? If that happens, we might see Claire take a page from her evil Aunt Jordan's, Colleen Zenk, playbook. The more that Claire loses, the more vengeful she might get. With her history, that is a girl I would not mess around with, and Audra is about to learn that lesson. Adam Newman's truce. Fans recently saw Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, agree to a truce with Victoria. It's about time, as that was getting beyond ridiculous. It was really nice to see Adam reach out to Victoria after Cole's death. What is this? With Victor gearing up the entire Newman family to battle Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, there can't be any divisions or infighting. While Victoria has never had any kind of faith in Adam, if they team up, she could be surprised. Plus, with Adam's history of scheming, he could beat Kane at his own game. Not only could they discover that they make a dynamo team, Adam and Victoria might even become gas-p friends. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. Nate Hastings has always been a man caught between two worlds, the world of medicine, where he once thrived as a compassionate and respected doctor, and the ruthless world of corporate maneuvering, where charm, ambition, and risk often outweigh morals. His romantic life has been just as complicated as his professional one, marked by betrayals, unexpected sparks, and tangled alliances. Now, with his future in Genoa City taking an unpredictable turn, the possibility of a new romance, or perhaps a dangerous rekindling of an old flame, is about to send shockwaves through both the business and personal circles of the Newman, Abbott, and Winters families. The biggest question on everyone's mind is, who will truly capture Nate's heart, and will this romance be his salvation or his ultimate downfall? For months, Nate has been rebuilding his image after his scandalous affair with Victoria Newman imploded. Once hailed as her right-hand man at Newman Enterprises, he was pushed aside when his loyalty came under question. It left him with bruised pride, a tarnished reputation, and a need to prove himself again. Yet despite the professional setbacks, Nate's natural charisma has never stopped drawing attention, especially from women who are intrigued by his mix of confidence and vulnerability. At the same time, Nate is aware that every romantic step he takes will be closely watched, and any misstep could damage not only his heart but his fragile comeback in the corporate arena. One of the most compelling possibilities for Nate's next romantic chapter lies with Audra Charles. Audra is no stranger to high-stakes relationships, and her cunning nature matches Nate's own sharp instincts. The two share an undeniable chemistry, and while they have flirted with partnership before, both professionally and personally, there's a lingering sense that neither has truly let the other in completely. For Nate, a romance with Audra could be intoxicating, filled with passion and mutual ambition, but it could also be a ticking time bomb if either one decides to betray the other. In another possible twist, Nate's path could cross once again with Elena Dawson, the woman who once believed in him before his ambition led him astray. Their history is complicated, filled with love, disappointment, and broken trust. However, there's still a spark between them that hasn't fully gone out. If Nate seeks redemption, Elena might be the only person capable of helping him find it, but only if he proves that he has changed. Such a reunion would not only be emotional but would also force Nate to choose between chasing corporate power and nurturing a stable, loving relationship. Then there's the wild card, an entirely new woman in town who could challenge Nate in unexpected ways. With recent hints that Genoa City might see fresh faces arriving, it's possible that Nate could meet someone unconnected to the tangled web of family feuds and business rivalries. A romance outside of the Newman and Abbott orbit could give Nate the breathing room he needs to rediscover who he is without the constant pressure of loyalty tests and backroom deals. Still, this would also mean opening himself up to someone who might not understand the dangerous game that defines life in Genoa City. As Nate's romantic future unfolds, he will be forced to confront deeper questions about himself. Is he the man who sacrifices love for ambition? Or can he find a way to balance both without losing either? His next relationship will inevitably intertwine with the ongoing drama of Newman Enterprises, Chancellor Winters, and the ever-shifting alliances among Genoa City's power players. And with Nate's undeniable charm, it's almost certain that his romantic life will be just as explosive as his business dealings. One thing is clear, Nate Hastings is stepping into a chapter where romance won't just be about matters of the heart. It will be a strategic move in a much larger game, and the stakes have never been higher. Every glance, every touch, and every whispered promise could either secure his future or destroy it completely. And in Genoa City, where love is often the most dangerous weapon of all, Nate's next move will be watched very closely indeed. Claire Grace Newman's mental health struggles could be one of the most emotionally charged and deeply layered storylines The Young and the Restless has tackled in recent years. As the character finds herself caught between the weight of her past and the mounting pressures of her present, viewers are bracing for a dramatic unraveling that could test relationships, shift alliances, and challenge the entire Newman family in ways no one saw coming. For months, subtle hints have been dropped, quiet moments where Claire stares off into the distance a little too long, a flicker of panic in her eyes when confronted with a situation that stirs old trauma, or her tendency to withdraw from social gatherings just when things start to feel overwhelming. These moments have given sharp-eyed fans reason to wonder if Claire's resilience is beginning to fray. While she's worked hard to prove herself to both the Newmans and the Abbotts, it's becoming clearer that her inner battles may soon take center stage. Sources hint that the writers are planning a delicate but powerful arc where Claire's mental health becomes not only a personal journey but also a storyline that impacts multiple core characters. Nikki, ever the protective grandmother, might sense the cracks forming sooner than others and push for Claire to seek help. Victor, however, may approach the matter differently, interpreting her moments of instability as potential liabilities in the high-stakes Newman world, especially if business or family secrets are at risk. Meanwhile, Victoria could find herself torn between being a supportive mother and dealing with the frustration of watching her daughter falter under pressure. This storyline also opens the door for unexpected alliances. For instance, Summer Newman, who has had her share of run-ins with Claire, might step up to offer understanding, given her own brushes with emotional turmoil. On the flip side, someone like Audra Charles could see Claire's struggles as an opportunity to manipulate situations in her favor, especially if it helps her gain leverage over Kyle or the Newman empire. Romance could further complicate things. If Claire begins to develop feelings for someone, perhaps a reformed troublemaker like Adam or a charming wildcard like Nate Hastings, her emotional state could be both soothed and strained by the unpredictability of love. Relationships have a way of bringing suppressed issues to the surface, and a breakup or betrayal could serve as the tipping point for a full-blown crisis. The show may also use Claire's arc to shine a spotlight on the importance of mental health awareness, breaking the soap mold by portraying therapy, support groups, and honest conversations without stigma. Storylines like these have the power to resonate beyond Genoa City, drawing in viewers who see parts of themselves in Claire's struggle. However, this being YNR, there's always the possibility of dramatic twists, such as someone using her mental health history against her in a custody battle, inheritance dispute, or boardroom showdown. If the writers lean into the tension between vulnerability and resilience, Claire could emerge from this arc either shattered or stronger than ever, setting the stage for a transformation that redefines her role in the Newman family. This kind of character-driven drama could easily stretch over months, with cliffhangers involving hospital visits, family confrontations, and whispered accusations behind closed doors. Whether Claire ultimately finds stability or spirals into chaos will depend on who stands by her, and who secretly hopes to see her fall. Either way, it's clear that her mental health storyline will be a catalyst for some of the most gripping and emotionally charged episodes of the year. Adam Newman's Truce could mark one of the most unexpected and game-changing shifts in the power dynamics of the young and the restless, a move that might shake the foundations of Genoa City just as much as any corporate coup or family betrayal. For years, Adam has been the unpredictable Newman, the one who hovers between redemption and revenge, who sometimes works with his family and sometimes against them, often in the same breath. Now, whispers in town suggest that Adam may be ready to lay down his weapons, extend an olive branch, and seek peace with those he's spent years battling. But if there's one thing everyone in Genoa City knows, it's that Adam doesn't make any move without a deeper, more strategic reason. The possibility of a truce sparks questions. Is this Adam finally embracing family unity for the good of the Newman legacy? Or is it the opening move in a larger, far more dangerous plan? Those close to Adam can't help but be suspicious. Victor, always reading between the lines, may see his son's proposal as either a sign of maturity or a potential trap. Nick could be skeptical, wary of getting burned yet again, while Victoria might wonder what Adam stands to gain. The stakes are even higher if this truce extends to old rivals outside the Newman family, people like Billy Abbott, whose history with Adam is riddled with personal losses, professional sabotage, and outright hostility. If Adam genuinely seeks peace, could this lead to a surprising alliance with Billy to take down an even greater threat? Or could the truce be nothing more than a calculated distraction to keep Billy off balance? On the personal front, Adam's decision could also have major repercussions. If he's trying to rebuild his reputation, relationships with key women in his life, Sally Spectra, Sharon Rosales, and Chelsea Lawson, could shift dramatically. Sally might view Adam's truce as a sign he's becoming the stable partner she's always hoped for, while Sharon could see it as an opportunity to encourage his better instincts. Chelsea, who knows the darkness Adam carries better than most, might remain skeptical, especially if she suspects he's masking deeper turmoil. The corporate battlefield offers another layer to this story. A united Newman front could be an unstoppable force against competitors like Chancellor Winters or Jabot, which means Adam's move might be less about peace and more about strategic dominance. If Adam positions himself as the family's new peacemaker, he could gain influence in ways no corporate takeover could achieve. And yet, this is Adam, whose moral compass often points in unpredictable directions. A single betrayal from someone in the Newman fold could quickly turn this truce into a war bloodier than ever before. The truce could also expose vulnerabilities. If Adam lets his guard down, enemies from his past, like those tied to his time in Las Vegas or people still holding grudges over past tragedies, might seize the moment to strike. The writers could use this moment of calm to lull viewers into a false sense of security, only to drop a massive bombshell that sends Adam spiraling back into his darker instincts. Imagine an arc where Adam, after months of genuine effort to heal old wounds, is blindsided by a betrayal from someone he trusted, forcing him to choose between holding on to his newfound peace or unleashing the ruthless strategist everyone fears. The emotional beats could be just as compelling as the corporate and family drama, with Adam wrestling over whether true redemption is even possible for someone with his history. If done right, Adam's truce could redefine him for years to come, either solidifying his place as a respected Newman or setting the stage for his most devastating revenge yet. The only question is whether Genoa City, and Adam himself, can survive the fallout.